Yo, with the Boyz Radio, we back, baby.
Back at it again.
You ain't happy to be back, bro? I miss y'all niggas, man. I miss all y'all niggas.
Happy birthday to Style.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, man. I'm 46 today, man.
46 years old. You don't look a day over 53.
He hated. Listen, his birthday in 5 days, so the next time we see y'all, he be 46 as well. Man, December 10th, December 5th, we Sagittarius taking over, you know what I'm saying?
Best sign ever.
It's the best sign ever. I don't think it's a sign better than our sign, you know what I mean?
Extreme sweetheart or extreme asshole. There is no in between.
There's no in between. Definitely.
One
He's
or
more
the
extreme
other.
asshole, though. I'm the sweetheart. You know what I'm saying?
Alright. You could be the bitch.
Wow. It's like that? Wow, my G. What's good, dog? Black and yellow. What?
What'd you do for your birthday, man?
Oh. Oh, man. Had a good time, man.
Yeah, what that mean?
Had a good time, man.
Okay. What did you do for your birthday, bro?
You know what I did do? Somebody took me to go see, somebody nice took me to go see New Jack City play.
Oh, yeah? How was that?
That was really dope, man.
Was it?
Yeah, I thought it was dope to see it again, to relive those moments, you know, those classic lines. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
It's exactly like the movie?
Yeah, for the most part. Big Daddy King was good in it. Actually, I saw Big Daddy King the next day. I went to Brooklyn Chop House. I finally got to the Times Square Brooklyn Chop House, which was really dope. Big up to Stratus and Downpool. It was really good.
It's a musical or?
Nah, they got singing inside of it and stuff like that. It's not a musical, but you know, it's a play. It's a play. It was at King's Theater. Big up to King's Theater too. You know, did a lot. I sold out for King's Theater 5 times. So you know, yeah.
Which is not an easy feat.
Yeah.
3,500 seats.
Yeah, it's definitely not. A lot of work, man.
Yeah.
But I had a good time. Went out to brunch. Had great company. So it was good. What you got planned for your birthday?
Absolutely nothing.
I see your face, bro. Stop playing with me.
I didn't say nothing.
Stop playing with me, my nigga.
Oh, God. I didn't say nothing. Nah.
What you got planned?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
You know what? As we get older, it's like we don't do. I'm not with all the going out partying and all that. I'd rather like some friends, family, a nice little young lady or something like that. Chill out with. That's it.
And it's crazy because I had 2 offers, like to throw me a birthday party. I don't want all that, man.
Yeah, I probably next party won't be until 50.
Yeah, I hate attention. I don't want to be in a room full of people that just keeps looking at me because it's like I'm the center of
attention.
Yeah,
I hear you.
I don't like that.
I hear you, but check this out, man. Let's get back into what we get into for the most part. You know what I'm saying? We told y'all next time we come back around, we're gonna be changing the times and the date. But I need y'all to do me a big favor. I need y'all to like, subscribe, and share. Please hit that subscribe button, that little bell, so every time this pop up, you get a notification. We ain't gotta keep sending links out. We're gonna keep doing that anyway. But you know, if y'all like us, please share this, please like it, and please subscribe to it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, share, and subscribe.
Please. So back to what we do. You know what I'm saying? I got a crazy question to start off the week. I seen this on Instagram. It was on some female stuff, but I got some male stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, what would you rather be told? If first one is your penis too small and your dick don't work. You know what I'm saying? Or you broke and you a bum ass nigga.
You may be broke.
Or I'm not giving you head because your balls stink and you smell like shit.
That's nasty.
I'd rather be told I'm broke and I'm a bum ass nigga simply because that's an opinion. There's no reality in it. That's all from somebody's perspective. If someone says my balls stink, that's sort of a fact. And if someone says, no, I'm just saying, if they're saying
Ladies, watch out for this nigga.
No, if they're saying my balls stink, I'm just saying that's more of a fact. And if they're saying that my dick is small, then that's something I can't change, right?
Well, okay,
but the broke thing I could change.
Okay, cool. I see your perspective, but my perspective is a little bit different. First, I'm washing my ass. Balls ain't gonna never stink.
My balls don't
I'm
stink.
saying,
but that's not even something for me to entertain.
Yeah, all right, cool. And being broke, I agree with you. You can fix being broke. You can, you can go outside.
But how about this? What I'm saying is, somebody calling you broke is all a matter of opinion. Mm-hmm. You could be worth $200,000. Jay-Z could call you broke.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I was talking about more of, like, you ain't got $30.
But how would they know? That's what I'm saying. That's their opinion. Because usually when people call somebody broke, they really don't know nothing about that person.
Yeah, I hear you, but you know what we talking about. The broke, you can't take a young lady out.
Well, no, I get it. All I'm saying is broke is the one thing that I can change. I can fix.
Okay, cool.
You understand?
Well, guess what? I was looking at the other day. They got male BBLs like for your penis and shit. So you can change that too if you really want to.
This world is going to shit.
So you want to fix your joint if you had to go?
It's called a male BBL?
Yeah, male BBL. They take
no way it's called a male BBL.
Yeah, son, they take the fat, they say, and they put it to your penis. I'm trying to get 12 inches. I'm going.
Well,
I'm going.
Good luck to you, bruh.
I want my shit to hit the floor.
I don't need that.
I'm going.
Why are we even having this? Cause you want this conversation is starting to make me uncomfortable.
Why you getting uncomfortable, B? So you want to take the male BBL?
No, I don't need a male BBL, bro.
Oh, you just that gifted?
I'm alright. Let's just say that.
I want my shit to hit the floor though. Fuck it. I'm alright too, but I want.
Awesome.
I can make some improvements.
Nah, I don't need
These chicks out here doing improvements every day.
All right, that's great for
So let me ask you a question. You like when the chicks makes improvement and they got the fat ass?
I really don't have an opinion on that. I've seen bad jobs. I've seen good jobs.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm asking you. Do you like when the chicks make the improvements? They thin out the waist, get the bigger titties, and get the booty popping. Like, are you into that?
If it's done right, pretty's pretty, shapely. Yeah. Like, if it's done right, I don't.
So you can't imagine some chicks saying, "Yo, if he done right," you know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's up. But listen. I have nothing. I've never had nothing against.
Y'all see niggas getting abs and all that shit too.
Yeah, but I've never had nothing against the surgery thing simply because, bro, if that's what you wanted, if that's what it takes to make you happy, then do it.
Yo, but imagine this though. Some real shit. I played around, but I'm serious too. Imagine nigga will get his dick done, right? He die on the table. Could you imagine nigga say, yo, that nigga died getting his dick done? Yo, you don't think that's crazy?
I don't even understand this conversation.
Yo, you don't think that's crazy?
I mean,
yo, Tico! Where Tico at? I can't see these lights too bright. Tico, you don't think that shit crazy? Tico's shaking his head. He said that shit crazy.
That shit crazy. Like, look, and I don't knock nobody, bro. If that's what you want to do,
nigga
go
down
for
the table and DR getting his dick done, there's a problem, son. I think.
So now niggas gonna be going to DR for a whole other reason.
Yeah, but did you hear about DR? Let's talking about DR real quick. Did you hear what's happening in DR? So in DR right now, they talking about they saying that dark skinned individuals in DR visitors are having problems they getting detained at an extreme rate in DR. Now DR is one of my favorite places. I love to go to Dominican Republic. There is some type of racism when you do go there. I've seen it for years, especially when it comes to the Haitian community there, which I never understood because even working out at the gym, there's a Dominican brother that I work out with, and I ask him all the time, like he's probably like a shade or two lighter than me, and I ask him all the time, I'm like, yo, like, what do you consider yourself? We play with him in the gym. I'm not black. I'm Dominican. Well, Dominican ain't a color. Like, what do you identify with? And he always go Dominican. You know what I'm saying? So, I got 22. My grandfather got 22 kids. My grandfather's Cuban and Jamaican. And, I got a Dominican cousin. He's just a shade probably darker than me. And he'll tell you black any day. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, when we used to go to the store, when we was coming up, to the corner store, the bodegas and shit, they never knew he spoke Spanish. So we used to go in there and they'd be like, look at them little cocolos. You know what I'm saying? And say he'd be stealing this shit and then he'll go to the counter and just start speaking Spanish. Oh, papi, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's sad that, we spend our dollars in DR the way we do when we go out there, whether it's for, the vacation with the family. I've been going to DR for a long time. Punta Cana, Boca Chica, the Capital, all over the place. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad to see that they locking up people that look like me and you because we look like me and you.
Yeah. I mean, my daughter's mother, she's Dominican and Puerto Rican. And I always used to tell her, sit your black ass down. Because you black.
You black.
I used to remind her that all the time. I used to be like, yo, listen, my daughter's black, you're black. Like,
100%.
you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
but once again, man, it's I think that's just part of the indoctrinization of everything that's gone on since the beginning of history. Like, we've made color such an issue. I think that's all a part of white supremacy, because what happens is when white has been given such a value, anything that kind of associates or relates to it feels like it's just as valuable. You know what I mean? Because we know anything dark has been devalued and anything light has been valued in this world, and it trickles off. It's all that Eurocentric, that European mindset, bro, that's trickled off all around the world, because, you know, these Europeans went all around the world conquering different territories, and with that they spread their ideologies and their mindset. That's where all of that colorism came from.
Yeah, but it just bugged out to me that, you know, if you've been to the Dominican Republic, half the people look like me and you. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's so funny, even when I went to Puerto Rico for the first time years ago, you know, Puerto Ricans, where I'm from in East New York, they all light skin, like, you know, they have lighter skin. And when I got to Puerto Rico and I got to San Juan, it was like, yo, it was crazy. Like, all the Puerto Ricans were darker than me. And I couldn't believe it because, you know, being here, you never thought. I remember even going to school, Puerto Ricans thought they were white too because their social security number, the middle number was odd. And they would say black people social security number, the middle number is even. So they had odd numbers, so they really thought they was white, and it just bugged out that we all come from the African diaspora. So it's like, you know.
I will steal a line from Paul Mooney. Everybody wants to be a nigga, but nobody wants to be a nigga.
I guess you're right, man.
Everybody wants to take our culture. Everybody wants to basically be a nigga, but nobody wants to be a nigga. That's the bottom line, you know.
So look, man, I guess it's more nigga news.
More nigga news.
I was watching today. Nike officially suspends Kyrie's shoe deal indefinitely. You know, I seen that today, and that was kind of crazy. I still don't know how to feel about Nike. It's so crazy. Today I wore Pumas today. You know what I'm saying? Just because I just don't know how to feel. Like
That's a jab at me?
I wasn't even paying attention to what you had on, bro. But like, I really don't even know how to feel. Like, you know, I seen my son on TV, you know, not TV, but on Instagram.
He threw out
all his Nikes.
All his J's, all his Nikes.
Yo, my son, let me tell you this, man. You better than me, bro. I don't even know how to do that. Like, I'm not even saying that and joking. Like, because you know,
I got a lot of respect.
I got a lot of respect for him, but also I got a question. My son, a friend, so hopefully you have him on the show soon. But you know, one question I had, because he said something twice. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, you know, a lot of these black brands, they gave him mad stuff. So he in a position to throw away his stuff, and somebody's gifting you something else. You know what I'm saying? For a brother like me and yourself, or people who even less fortunate than us, they pay for those joints, you know what I'm saying? So just to throw them away to replace them, like sometimes I feel like, do I just keep, you know, what I got and don't buy no more? You know what I'm saying? Until you restock up your thing. I don't know what's the right way to go, but I know how I feel. You know, I don't feel any different than when we spoke the last time. You know, I feel like all these black athletes, all these black rappers, they make these sneakers what they are. Nike can't exist without our buying power and without our celebrity to push the sneaker. You know what I'm saying? I seen the ones, the new, is they ones coming out? Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. It's ones, the white ones, the Drakes.
Yeah, the Air Force Ones.
The Air Force Ones. They got the Drakes coming out like next week. Like, you know, a lot of people don't know that Kyrie was the #1 sneaker for Nike, the #1 selling shoe. You know what I'm saying? So, and the same thing with Adidas. You know what I'm saying? With Kanye, it's the #1 selling shoe for Adidas, and they basically said, you know, fuck it, we'll lose millions or billions or whatever it's gonna be to say fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know how to feel, what to feel.
It's always been like this, the relationship between, you know, the business and whoever it may so be, whether you look at Kyrie as an employee or somebody that's working in partnership with the business. My problem has always been, where's the gratitude? You understand? Because there was a time when y'all sought this man out, right? He was a great player in the NBA, and y'all saw his value, and y'all sought him out. So the truth is, and this is for every athlete, whether it was LeBron, whether it was, I wouldn't say Jordan because that was a little earlier, but all these athletes of the current times, right? The truth is, you get in the league, you do what you do, and then you basically sit down, and these different sneaker companies, they all woo you, right? And you have to choose which deal are you going to take. So I just think that it's very ungrateful, you know, that at the time y'all sought this man out, he chose to go with y'all, and all of a sudden, because he does something that y'all may not agree with, y'all are just so quick to just turn on him.
So I got two things I want to go to with that. I want to bleed into because Nike was kind of a little, I guess, just heard this news today from my good brother over here. What's up, my brother? So I seen that Devin Booker and John Morant, Nike announced they dropping their new shoe line. So they cut one nigga off and put two new ones in his place. And it's like they use us against us. You know, and I don't know if you could tell a young kid, yo,
pass up the opportunity.
Pass up that opportunity again. Not only that, you got rid of Kyrie for something he just kind of put it out there. He stated that he wasn't anti-Semitic. He felt like he is Semitic, so he couldn't be anti-Semitic. He was only talking one part of that documentary. He wasn't talking about the full scope of the documentary. And to me, I'm just sitting there, and a couple of things came through my head this week. And I know we keep coming back to this topic, but it's what's happening today. So that's why I think like it's relevant that why we keep talking about it. And we got to keep unpacking it to figure out how we need to move and what we need to do. So I watched the CEO of Amazon come on,
yeah.
And he basically said, look, man, everybody from different walks of life have an opinion and different opinions, and we sell to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And we're not taking the same video.
They're not taking the book down. They're not taking the documentary
taking
down.
the book down or the documentary down. They done made hundreds of thousands, $1 million off of since that been put up. Last thing I'm going to say. And he's a Jew. Right? And they don't have nothing to say. Nobody's cutting him off, even though he owns his own thing. And that go back to the ownership of your own thing. But it's like, yo, why nobody's infuriated for that?
Because I feel like these people are selective bullies. I feel like they pick on who they can pick on. I mean, they're the bullies who walk into the room and they pick out the weakest person, right? But the strongest person in the room, they kind of act as if he's invisible. You understand? Because it's like you're saying, how can you have such an issue when y'all are putting Kyrie through so much and y'all have all these demands that he has to do all of this about this documentary, but nowhere are y'all going after the people who created it. Nowhere are y'all going after the people who distribute it. Nowhere are y'all going after the platform on which everyone has to go through to view it.
Definitely.
You get what I'm saying? So once again, I think it's selective bullying. It's no, Amazon is a giant. Jeff Bezos is a giant. You understand where I'm coming from? So y'all are not going to take on that fight. Now, if y'all aren't going to take on that fight simply because these people are just as powerful as y'all or just as big, then it makes me wonder, how much do you really believe in what you're saying?
It's built out to me.
Yeah, because then that means that this is a battle of convenience. It's not even a real battle.
No, you're 100% right. But what I will say, and I hope this can happen, I did see Kool Kai come out today and, you know, try to get Kyrie's attention. I hope those two brothers can get together. He told Kyrie he has the infrastructure. I don't know who phone that is. Yeah, if he had the infrastructure, and he not only have the infrastructure, but he also have the cachet and been in the business for
definitely
a long time.
He has the potential. I mean,
he can have 100% ownership.
But there's another obstacle as well, because now Nike's suing Kool Kai for the design.
I seen that. But guess what? Kool Kai has been in the business for a long time. They could come up with other design and still that could be a
definitely.
game changer. Because
I believe so.
LeVar Ball did it, and everybody laughed at him when he did it with his sons. Yo, if we can go to our own people to make our own shit going forward, it'll be a problem. And I get back to the NBA when I say this because I also watched an interview just a while ago with Ice Cube, and I never knew this. He's like, yo, when we started the Big Three, we tried to give the NBA, Adam Silver, a piece of the Big Three because they figured it'd just be good business. It's old players coming from the NBA. We gonna put them a part of the Big Three, get the NBA a part of it. It helped boost us.
But they
helped them.
But they probably didn't
And
believe
they
that it could
told
be. Yeah, because
no.
they didn't believe it could be anything.
But guess what? Not even that they told them no. Now Cube is saying, yo, the NBA has been in this way, which is kind of crazy, telling sponsors don't fuck with them. So it's like, yo, even if we go out, once again, it's that thing why a lot of times, just as black people and black men, some people are scared to do their own thing. And we stay pigeonholed, like you always tell us. Yo, we got to just do it for ourselves. We go do it for ourselves. We make a business for ourselves. And then you want to destroy us and pull the carpet right underneath us.
But what else do you expect? I mean, we have to stop thinking business is ethical. Business is not ethical. Nobody.
Now, I hear you.
Listen, look, if I'm the NBA and you're creating your own league that is going to be in competition with mine, why in the world would I support you?
It's really not in competition.
Listen, I get exactly where you're coming from, but the truth is you're creating another basketball league. That is competition, no matter which way you look at it. Not saying that they both can't coexist. Not saying that the stage isn't big enough for the both of them. But a good businessman is going to say, while I'm powerful enough to stomp out my competition and not let them rise to get to a point where they become a problem, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
But see, that's the problem I had. Now, I get what you're saying.
It's business.
Make perfect sense. But when I am saying to you, he offered you some ownership in the company.
Yeah, but
and not only that, there's a lot of people in the league. You know, a lot of these guys ran through their money. A lot of these guys' life is only basketball.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
It gives them something to do after.
Give them something to do after basketball. It's like you killing two birds with one stone. You getting the PC of some of this money, and you still helping some of the old guys. And it's like, yo, fuck y'all. It's like, yo, it's like if we can't put the noose on your neck or the dog leash on your neck and control you and walk you like you a puppy,
is that you're asking them
to
empower a black man, bro. That's, and people look at this like it's conspiracy theory, and the truth is, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. All you got to do is look back at the evidence all throughout history, bro. Their objective is not to empower any of us. Yeah, it isn't, because the truth is, every successful black man serves as inspiration for every other black man to become a success. You understand? And look, man, bottom line is, bro, they want us to remain employees and workers. They don't want us to be on an even keel.
It's just a sad sight. The more you see it happening, like in real life, because this ain't the 60s, this ain't the 70s. You got Instagram, you got social media. Like, this shit is instant. It's coming to you in an instant. And you can see it happening. You see the hate more. Before I was growing up, I read about it if they let you, you know what I'm saying? Give you what, you know what I mean? But now the actual.
You see it firsthand.
You see it firsthand. I'm watching the Jerry Jones incident, firsthand. And
how do you feel about that?
So, cool. I felt the same way, like, he's 14 years old, right? Once again, big up to my son again. Then I heard my son come out, right, and said what he said, and he was basically saying like, yo, this kid that's 14 years old just coming home from jail today. I got friends that just came home. I got a friend that came home like 2-3 years ago from when we was like 15, B. You know what I'm saying to you? So,
and they're still going to be held accountable for what they did when they were 14.
When they was 14,
for the rest of their lives.
So my compassion, which I think black people we just got too much of sometimes. My compassion goes. Yeah, my compassion goes, you're a 14-year-old kid. Like, shit happens. You following, maybe could have been following, maybe could have been the ringleader. But he was 14. You know what I'm saying? But we don't get that same resolve or that same respect or that same gratitude of a 14-year-old kid doing something now.
I totally agree with you, but I think that there's a difference between a 14-year-old going into a store and stealing a bag of chips, or going into a store stealing some jeans and stealing some sneakers, and a 14-year-old being in that situation, because you have to understand, standing there to serve as an obstacle for those black kids to get in that school, what that represents is a belief system. It's not an action. It's a belief system. You understand what I mean? And like I always say, you can change laws, right? You can change segregation. You can say blacks can now use the same bathroom as whites. You can say that now we can use the same water fountains. We no longer have to sit in back of the bus. But what those laws don't change is the belief system within people and the feelings. You get where I'm coming from? And those belief systems that are ingrained in people who disliked or hated us at 14, even now when they're like 60, 70 years old,
well,
they may have adjusted to the world,
yes,
and listen, their dislike may have gone from blatant to subtle, where they no longer call you nigga to your face, but they still say it behind closed doors. That's my issue.
But now that you say that, when you look at Jerry Jones, right? Jerry Jones was the same one when Colin Kaepernick was having the kneeling issue. Told his whole team, if any one of y'all choose to kneel, y'all can get off of this team. Like, you know, you will no longer be a cowboy, a Dallas cowboy. So he still got his foot on his neck.
But did you see the press conference where he addressed it?
Addressed it, and he didn't.
Now he addressed it with such arrogance. That's my problem. He was not apologetic in any way.
Gave him the shits like they gave Kyrie the shits. Jerry Jones is the same age.
He's 1 year older.
1 year older than Emmett Till was when he died. When he was killed. Right. So
because a white woman lied and said that he whistled at her.
He whistled at her, and even if she didn't lie and said he whistled at her, it was for a whistle. So these men would be the same age, and this boy lost his life. Not even lost his life. I don't know if you ever seen the pictures of Emmett Till. Some of you young guys that's watching, you know what I'm saying? They blew off his ear. They cut off his penis. It just
knocked out his teeth.
They beat him. This is one of the worst bodies. I don't know. It's like they just kept on beating him while he was dead.
And his mother
or tortured him.
His mother made his wake and funeral open casket.
So
she wanted the world to see what they did to him.
So just saying that with the whole Jerry Jones situation, Jerry Jones still got to buy a franchise that he owned, the Dallas Cowboys, for what, the last 40 years or so. So he's made billions of dollars. Not only that, Jerry also hasn't hired. I don't know if there's ever been a black head coach for the Cowboys. Anybody can look that up?
No black head coaches.
No black head coaches, and I think maybe one or two only black coordinators in the history of the Dallas Cowboys.
But I also want to say this too, because this Jerry Jones situation is very reminiscent to the Patty Duke situation, right? There was a documentary, Storm Over Brooklyn, about the Yusef Hawkins situation back in the 80s when Yusef Hawkins was killed, and he was killed in Howard Beach.
Yeah, I
remember that.
Right down the block.
Yes, right down the block.
Literally right down the block, less than a mile from here.
And in the documentary, Patty Duke, who worked at Hot 97, was actually one of the white boys that was in the mob that were chasing him down. And the second that they saw that, they got rid of him. Yes. It didn't matter that he was 16, 17 years old at the time.
You're right.
Because once again,
because
what that represents is a belief. They got rid of him immediately.
And he was a grown-ass man. It was like 20, 30 years after that.
This was like 30 years after. But you know why they got rid of him? Simply because, once again, that is a belief system.
You ever seen the pictures? Yo, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I saw pictures of people coming from miles around watching.
Oh yeah, watching people get burned.
No, feeding back babies to alligators.
To alligators, yeah.
Are you crazy?
Mm-hmm. But how about this? How about, do you know that some of those people are alive to this day? Now, so this is my thing. Okay, so that was over.
You know how many probably white boys you're catching them pictures right now today?
Yeah.
That's at them places.
That are judges, that are probably...
You ever seen the picture with the lady who they cut open? It's probably several of them, but they cut her stomach open while she had a baby and let the baby fall to the floor, and then they burned her.
And they stomped out the baby.
This is the kind of cruelty that's been done in America. So for me, sometimes
that's the true face of America.
Yeah, and when we talk about black on black crime and black people, no disrespect, but
there is nothing.
White people are some
bro. There is nothing that black people have done that can ever be worse than the atrocities that have taken place in this country.
Also, black on black crime is not a thing. It's a proximity.
Of course, it's a proximity thing. Yeah, that's a proximity thing because if
black
you look
on black crime, because I don't know if people heard what he said. So
no, what he said was black on black crime it's a proximity thing. You know, if you look at the stats on white crime, whites kill more whites than well.
Well, there's more white people
in these days and times because whites kill more blacks back in the day.
Well, you know, and also I want to big up Dave Chappelle. I think Dave Chappelle's a genius.
Dave Chappelle.
Big up to Dave. He's a genius. I seen your SNL.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
I love every bit of it. I love the satire in it. I love.
And you know what I love?
What's that?
Dave Chappelle has a anti-Semitic bulletproof vest on, bro. They can't touch that man, and I love it because they tried to say that was anti-Semitic too. And you know what Dave said? Gotcha, bitch.
Big up to Dave Chappelle, man.
Big up Dave Chappelle, man.
Keep doing your thing, brother. Please. Keep giving that gospel out there, man. You know what I mean?
I mean, but listen, man. This is what I strongly believe, and I think that's what keeps Dave protected. I think Dave comes from such a good and pure place in his heart, bro, that it's like there's no way that you can spin it.
100%.
You know, and another thing too, man. Everybody has the right to feel how they feel. You know, the ADL has the right to be offended, but the ADL has to be careful because what's going to happen is it's like the boy that cried wolf. Right? When you keep on and keep on and keep on,
and I said that.
people are going to start disregarding and start ignoring that shit. Like
and you know, listen, ADL serves a good purpose for their community, right? And my thing is, if you keep crying wolf, somebody's going to look at you and be like, oh, I don't believe that. And when it's time for people to stand up for you, like you can't keep fighting these battles that don't even make sense and asking for these things that don't even make sense from another group of people that you trying to oppress and you don't want to be oppressed yourself. It's just crazy to me. But, you know, that it is what it is. Big up to LeBron James because I was getting on LeBron James, but he did come out with this issue and still made it a further topic. You know what I'm saying? So I do appreciate LeBron James. We got on you before. I guess we could give you your flowers now for bringing back up the issue with the Jerry Jones situation. And I just thought that shit was crazy. And not only that was crazy, I just want to go tap into something else. So I seen the Kanye thing because this all kind of, close this topic out. So I seen the Kanye thing and he said the thing about the Hitler thing, right? Which I think Hitler, what he did to the Jews was disgusting, right? Like it's just disgusting. Anybody that killed mass people like that is just fucking crazy.
Well, I mean,
right?
there's Hitler, there's what the whites did with slavery, there's what King Leopold
Yeah,
did because
it's a bunch of them.
King Leopold killed over 10 million Africans in the Congo, but nobody knows about that.
Nobody talks about
Nobody talks about
Nobody
that,
talks
though.
about 10 million people, right? But this is what I'm saying to you. Everybody got on Kanye about the Hitler thing, right? But we live in a fucking country. We live in a country that celebrate white men that been killing black people
Columbus
for years.
Day.
Columbus
we
Day.
have statues.
We got statues.
We have Confederate
flags
flags.
everywhere. And we live in a country.
Yo, this shit is crazy.
It's like the
man.
most craziest shit in the world.
This is why I say it's selective. It's
It's
selective.
it's crazy to me.
It's selective.
Right,
People choose to be offended selectively.
It's
like yo, this shit is
that
crazy,
shit,
man.
That shit is just bugged the fuck
Look,
out. I don't understand it. Like everybody got a ninja. We live in a country that we operate like this on a daily fucking basis, and then black people have to just take this constant shit over and over again. So when we lash out PTSD, we posters they say, hey, you know something? We got to get over it. Now, how the fuck do you get over it when it's in your face every fucking day?
For me, the whole Kanye thing, what it also goes back down to is since when do we not have the right to have a goddamn opinion, bruh? That's my issue. Not saying I agree with his opinion, but since when do you not have the right to have an opinion?
100%.
You know, I think that we're treading on very, very dangerous territory. And I think that people are getting so emotional that they're not even realizing what's happening.
We spend out of control.
Yo, bruh, right now, there's a shift that is occurring, and that shift is little by little, our right to think is being taken away.
And we don't even realize it.
And we don't even realize
They
it.
won't even wake up. You know,
Our right to think is being taken away right before our very eyes.
But they trick you though. Because they trick you into believing that you could be anything and do anything you want. So I'm watching this shit on the other day, this report. Crazy report. Crazy report.
The after-school Satan Club met for the first time here at Holmes Elementary. This has controversy brewing throughout the school district and the community.
I let my kids believe in whatever the hell they want to believe in, as long as they're happy and it's not hurting them or hurting someone else.
Christina Long sorts through her kids' bag.
Got some pencils and we got a sticker.
New school supplies from her kids' new group, the after-school Satan Club.
Did your kids have fun today?
Oh yeah, they had a blast. They can't wait for the next one.
It's sponsored by the Satanic Temple. The after-school program is popping up around the nation and in many schools that also give space to Christian groups. In Ohio, there's 3. Lebanon, Eaton, and now Wilmington.
We look to Satan as a symbol for standing up to tyrannical authority. To us, Satan is a symbol. It's like Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy.
The new group isn't about conjuring up spells. Instead, June Everett, the after-school Satan Club national director, says it's about critical thinking, creative expression, and inclusion.
What are you talking about? So they say if you could be a Christian,
Then
you could be
then
a
you could worship,
Satanist.
then you could worship Satan. Now this is what I don't understand. Kanye spoke on Hitler, right? Everyone's so offended. Now people like to refer to Hitler as evil, or in more exact words, they like to refer to him as the devil. Mm-hmm. But the same people that have a problem with Kanye saying something positive about someone they compare to the devil allows there to be a club where kids are basically worshiping the devil. It makes no sense.
It's just crazy as shit. So you go exactly where I'm going.
No sense.
So hold up. This. Now let's go back around. And I'm sorry. We was going for a week, so we got to get this shit out, people. Just bear with me. So let's go back around. So Balenciaga comes out. They put this ad out. And they show little kids in bondage. They got
the court papers
document
for a case that was about pedophilia.
And when they start going back into other old Balenciaga ads, it was had mad child pornography.
It's a
and
recurring
pedophilia.
theme. It's a
recurring
reoccurring
theme with Balenciaga. But nobody's in an outrage. Nobody's going crazy. You know, a couple of people burned their Balenciaga and shit like that, as they should. Because this is even... Not saying one is better than other, better than Kyrie, but this is even worse to me. Like, when you start playing with children,
come on, man.
It's just bananas to me. But it's like, yo, everybody's going to be forgiven. Balenciaga's going to continue to make more money. And the cycle go on. But when it's white folk shit,
but see,
everybody's chill.
But I blame us. Because when it's them, we let them off the hook. When it's us, they don't let us off the hook.
Yeah, you're right about that too.
So I can't even put that on them. That's on us, bro. Like, look, if every time I slap you, and I say, but what I'm saying is, if someone constantly gets slapped, and every time the person slaps them, they go, my bad, and you go, okay, we could be friends again, and they slap you again tomorrow, they're never gonna stop slapping you.
You're 100% right. This shit is just crazy. Crazy, and I'm gonna wrap this segment up. We're gonna go on to some other cool shit.
I think we're just programmed, man. I think we've gotten to a point where we're just programmed to feel like as if our concerns aren't warranted, like they don't mean anything. And
we gotta figure something out.
After being treated like our concerns don't matter for so goddamn long. People get programmed, and you get to this point where it's like, I'm not even going to say nothing because nobody cares.
Listen, we got to figure this out. But cool, Kai, please, I hope Kyrie Irving, y'all get together.
Definitely.
Do something fantastic. Do something refreshed, renewed.
Earth-shattering.
And let's make a new stand and then just a new way of doing
make
things.
Make a shift.
Let's
in
shift the culture.
Things are done, yeah,
please.
Definitely.
Real quick, this last Kanye thing. So I saw Kanye had to give Kim like,
$200,000 a month.
$200,000 a month for 4 kids. I know everybody rich, maybe because I ain't got $200,000 to give away, but I'm like, yo, what kid need $200,000 a month? And they both billionaires. I don't know no more, so I'm just confused. I just want to throw out there. We don't really got to go deep in it.
Well, you do know when he had the whole Yeezy thing with Adidas, he was making $250,000. Was it a day or a week? It was either or. I don't remember which, so don't quote me on that. But
I just don't understand in a situation like that. You got 2 big parents. They got billions of dollars, right? Or billions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. Why they still don't? It should be a way like they just put money in an account for the kids.
No, that's the war on masculinity, bro. Don't you know
It's
that?
just crazy. We just supposed to putting our money away for our children. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Or why not just do joint custody?
I don't know what's going with Kanye though. I don't know if you can leave the kid, but I don't think Kanye do
Come
that.
on, you think his kid's gonna be in danger? That's their father, man.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right. But he
don't buy into that bullshit narrative, man.
You're right.
Don't buy into that, bro.
I almost fell for the juice.
Yeah, man. Don't buy into that because they're trying to make Kanye seem as if
my bad, Kanye.
Kanye's a danger. Like, man, Kanye ain't a danger to nobody other than the people who want there to be this agenda, and that's what he's fighting against.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go on to some other news. I was watching this past week. So, you remember that a couple of months ago there was a daycare teacher, and her husband allegedly molested some kids in her daycare or something like that, and she shot him.
Yeah.
You know, she had to plead guilty. She pleaded guilty this week, and there's been people signing petitions like yo, they need to let her go. I believe 100%. If her husband was molesting any child in there, she needs to be let go for shooting this nigga because he deserved the shots that he got for touching anybody's babies.
See, I agree with you, but at the same time, situations like that are a slippery slope. Because once you do not hold her accountable for doing that, then you're basically setting a precedent that people can pretty much hand out their own justice.
Listen, man, some things you ain't supposed to go to jail for.
Let me tell you why that makes it dangerous. It makes it dangerous simply because you and I both know that there are situations where mothers have lied on fathers.
No, I hear you for that part.
So,
that's why I preface it by saying, if it's true.
Yeah, but there's no way to really know in every situation if it's true. I mean, you know, and I'm not saying that it's not true in her case. All I'm saying is it's a very slippery slope because once we allow people to start handing out their own version of justice, then a lot of times there are oversights. A lot of times people make mistakes, and you understand?
Yo, you know, I saw the illest thing I ever saw as a little boy. Remember the show American Most Wanted?
Yeah.
So I'm watching American Most Wanted, and I seen the illest thing I ever seen, and it stuck in my head to this day. And I pray I never had to be in that situation, but I probably would handle it the same way. It was a case with you know, they used to do the reenactments and stuff on American Most Wanted. So a father and a mother left their little kid. He's playing his Atari. They went to go buy him some Rocky Road ice cream. You know what I'm saying? When they left him to go buy Rocky Road ice cream, somebody broke into the house.
How you know that? So you sure it was Rocky Road? It wasn't.
It's Rocky Road. I remember.
It wasn't Butter Pecan.
No, Rocky Road.
Okay, Rocky Road. They were white, right?
Yes, Rocky Road.
Because white people love Rocky Road.
Yeah.
Black people don't really do Rocky Road like that. Okay.
So it was some Rocky Road ice cream. He downstairs in the basement playing.
You ever had Rocky Road ice cream?
Yes, let me finish the story, man. What the fuck? Yo, this guy's crazy. So they went downstairs. The robber came in the house, robbed the house, but he went downstairs and molested the little boy before he left out with the shit that he was taking. Shake the shit out, right? He molested the little boy. They catch him a couple of blocks away. Father and mother come back, call the police. They catch the guy. They're sealing, right? Sealing, you know, midst to that, he gets sentenced to like some crazy sentence, right? Never forget. You remember payphones back in the day, right?
Yeah.
So you know when they used to do the perp walk, they walk the perp through the door.
Oh, I saw that. And the pops.
Pops, yeah. So the one detective got his arm on this side, one detective got his arm on this side, and the pops is on the payphone.
Yep, turned around.
And they walked out,
gave it to him,
and dropped the gun
and put his hands up. Yeah. But listen.
I applaud that father. They gave him like 5 or 7 years.
I do applaud him, and there's certain things that if they happen, I'm gonna leave my house knowing I'm never coming back. And to me, that's it. Where it's like, bro, that man left his house. Look, whatever the consequences are, I'll do my time with my. There's certain things. I'm sorry, man. I will do. You can give me life. I will do the rest of my time with my feet up, bro. Seriously, simply because I would not be able to carry on with my existence knowing.
Somebody did something.
That person's still living. Like,
listen, man, I applaud to that father. So for me, with the young lady, if they was molesting, if her husband was molesting children in that daycare.
No, I don't knock her for what she did. All I'm saying is it's a slippery slope when we start putting justice in the hands of everybody. Just like, did you see that thing on the news? The former officer from Virginia who traveled to California. There was some girl that he was talking to on the internet. She was 14 years old. He killed both her grandparents. He killed her father, set the house on fire, and kidnapped her.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy for a 14-year-old girl.
For a 14-year-old girl.
Now,
And he's a former police officer.
Not only that, another 14-year-old girl I just seen that was kind of crazy that we talk about here. There was a transgender male who transitioned to a female. Was like a babysitter entrusted by a family
I saw that.
member to babysit.
And he groomed the 14-year-old girl and got her pregnant.
Yeah, and got her pregnant.
Thoughts?
This is the world we living in, bro.
Thoughts?
That's my thought. This is the world we living in. This is things that we accepting here. You know what I'm saying? And I know there's exceptions to the rule. Every transgender or any cop who travel across the country for abortion won't happen. But we open the door for certain things.
Yeah, I think people are too cavalier with who they let around their children. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You know, I got 3 kids, man. My kids have never been babysat by no teenager around the way or what? No. Like I'm not with that. If it's not a family member, like if it's not one of her older siblings or if it's not a cousin or I'm not just.
But listen, it could be a family member too. That
no, of course it can. But what I'm saying is, you know, you can't be so cavalier with who you let around your kids, man. Because I've always been someone who's so cautious of that. You have to understand. You're absolutely right. Family members molest children as well. But I feel safer with my child around a family member where there's some, rather than some random kid from the neighborhood. There's no relation.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, I totally get you, man. But big up to those families. I hope that everybody finds some
healing,
reciprocity, and some healing, and you know what I mean. Just those are sad situations, man. I wouldn't even know what to do. But let old girl out. If that man molests them kids,
set her free.
Set her free, baby. You know, every couple of weeks I do things that Styles hates.
Right. Things you want to get off your chest.
I got some things I got to get off my motherfucking chest today. So these are a couple of things.
Today's his birthday chest.
Yes, this is. So for my birthday.
Happy birthday, fucking Sagittarius.
Okay, this guy back here is a little tipsy. How? Got a tipsy guest in here. You know what I mean? This is my man Ham. But check this out.
No, Tommy Livonia.
Tommy Livonia, no problem. Things I hate. Let's go back to the show. Things I hate that I got to get off my chest. First thing, I'm 46 years old. I'm not getting sturdy. I'm not shaking my hips.
I don't whip. I don't nay-nay.
Yeah, my body don't even contour in that kind of way. I hate to see these.
I think those dances are mad feminine.
Listen, the little kids want to do it. You 20-something years old. Once you hit the 30 mark, don't shake your hips around me. I'm just asking you, please don't.
We in the club doing the same old two-step.
Yeah, please don't shake your hips around me. You know what I'm saying? Slow wine on the shorty. You know what I'm saying?
What happened to a good old dub?
Dub, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a little slow wine,
man.
That's what we need.
Woman of records, everything legitimate. 100% of love you, I forget.
That's what we talk about. Please, all that hip shaking. My hip don't even move that way, dude.
And how y'all dudes got Megan Thee Stallion knees? You don't see they be doing that? Like the Russians. Hey. Like,
yo,
son.
It's retarded, B. It's for little niggas, man. If you over 30, I want to see you doing none of that shit, B.
Bro.
Over 30, I don't want to see none of that.
None of that.
Another thing that I hate, y'all gonna be mad at me for this one. And this for a lot of the ladies, go for my niggas too. I come up in the 80s. In the crack era, Mo. So every time I see a nigga blowing hookah,
oh man,
and I hear a chick on FaceTime with me, and I hear my nigga, it remind me of a nigga smoking krills.
The pipe.
It remind me of a nigga smoking krills.
You smoking that glass stick?
Yeah. I don't want to see none of you chicks on my FaceTime. Look, you on my FaceTime and you in your crib especially.
Well, it ain't FaceTime because you don't got an iPhone.
I have FaceTime on my phone. You can send me the link.
It's not called Face. Oh.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Oh, it's like a 4-step process for you?
Whatever, big. Anyway, what I'm saying. FaceTime me, Instagram, anything camera phone. And I hear in the background, my nigga, I'm hanging up the phone. No grown-ass woman should be having a personalized hookah in her crib, B. Like, that shit is crazy.
So there's so many people that smoke hookah now.
I don't care. Crazy. And niggas shouldn't be smoking no hookah.
And I don't think men should smoke hookah.
Men should smoke hookah, B.
That's weird.
Y'all niggas in the club, like, sucking mad smoke, B. Who blowing all that white shit out their mouth? You can't be serious.
At all.
I don't smoke no hookah.
Buy your shorty a hookah thing in the club
And chill.
and let her smoke the hookah.
Exactly.
And want to be pretty with it. Go smoke a blunt. Go smoke a
Weed is legal now. Smoke a blunt, my G. Pop an edible.
This shit is crazy. And the
Just don't
last
pop a
thing,
perk.
last thing I want to get off my you stupid. Last thing I want to get off my chest. You can't be a bad bitch no more out here, and you do nothing. If you don't cook,
That's
if
the
you
way
don't
of the
clean,
world,
and you don't got your own money, you don't bring nothing to the
Y'all
table.
want men to be traditional while y'all ain't traditional.
I'm starting to hold y'all accountable. If you want me to go wine and dine, spend my money and do that, and be black and
You
sexy
want me to
and
be a
fine,
man? How about you try being a woman?
y'all chicks gotta learn how to cook again. I cook. I cook very well.
He loves to say that.
I haven't had a woman cook a home cooked meal for me in so long. Even on my birthday, chick was trying to Uber Eats me food. Like, yo, you want something? I'm gonna send you something for work.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I had a young lady
I don't
cook
want
for me
Uber
not
Eats.
too long ago. She really could cook.
So I was watching Glorilla.
Thank you, Jersey.
I was watching Glorilla, and she said she would do 50-50 with a dude. And when somebody said, and I love to hear that. When 50-50 don't mean that, I pay for all this, and you gotta pay for this too. It could be 50-50 and you doing something else that's equal to, or in the same proximity in what I'm doing. And everything don't have to be equal. You could do 60-40 or something, and I could be doing 70-30 and something else. But we both gotta bring something to the relationship. It can't be I'm pretty and I'm giving you the ass and you gotta take care of me.
My presence is enough. Like women think that their
Because
women think that their
my
presence
presence
is
is
a gift.
enough.
But women think that their presence is a gift when the truth is, and look, a lot of women may not agree with this. The reality of the situation is you are not the prize. The man is actually the prize.
Yes.
Because if you want me to be honest with you, once a man and a woman enter a courtship, a partnership, there is a weight lifted off her shoulders and a weight added to his.
Facts.
It's always going to cost him. So the truth is, a man is always going to put more into the relationship because you expect him to match everything that you do emotionally, plus there's the financial component that he has to take care of. So no matter what it is that you do, he has to mirror that, plus there's the added weight of the financial component. So a man is always going to do more. So the truth is, no, you're not the prize. I mean, you are something to be appreciated, but that's only if you operate in a way for you to be appreciated. Your presence is not enough. Like, y'all
I
think
would say this, ladies. You could be the prize for me. You just gotta bring some shit and cook some food sometimes. Let me do what I do with my man shit. You could be the prize. I don't got a problem with none of that shit. I'm not agreeing with what you said neither.
I don't believe that.
But she could be the prize. But y'all gotta cook better than
No,
y'all cook
but understand though, her being the prize is more than just her presence. My problem is women think that just because they're pretty, their presence alone makes them the prize. Like, they don't have to reciprocate. That's why I say these days women don't want to be loved. They want to be admired because love requires reciprocation. They don't want to reciprocate. They don't want to, give nothing back. They just want to take. You understand? So yes, a woman can be the prize if she's worth it. You understand? Okay. But her being pretty and pretty only does not make her the prize.
Okay.
You get where I'm coming from?
Those are things that I hate. Does it seem like Mo hates some more shit than me? You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all good. But check this out. Look, man. This is another week of Brooklyn Boyz Radio.
Another week of Brooklyn Boyz Radio.
We want to thank Woodstack for,
Wood Steezy. Yo, Tico.
Where you at, Tico? You know what I mean? Look, once again. Please.
Happy birthday to my guy Styles.
Happy birthday to my guy Mo. Yo, listen, y'all can cash at me too. Just DM me. Oh, you know what I need y'all to do for real before y'all cash at me?
He said before y'all cash at me like y'all really want cash at him.
Listen, y'all could like, subscribe, and please leave comments.
For his birthday, yeah, like, subscribe, share, and leave comments.
And leave comments, man, because I love reading the comment section, and I would like to answer all kind of questions. So please leave in many comments. Don't act like you too school for school. I don't care if you know me. If you hear something to show that we didn't like, or you want to add some added value.
And what we're also going to do is we're going to add a segment to the show where we're actually going to start answering questions from the comment section. So,
yes.
Please ask as many questions as you can. Like, subscribe, and share to your friends. All right, this is Brooklyn Boyz Radio, and we out.
Out.